Good morning and thank you for being here for the Hedge Invest Newman Credit Fund monthly update for the month of June. June was a relatively flattish month for us, down just a few basis points, with a good traction with the political risk and volatility triggered by the French election. We traded around both the OAT and sovereign risk assets in Europe, and we capitalize on the volatility within the French election. Is definitely a bit of a shock for the system, but short term there shouldn't be any immediate impact, and probably going to be a lot of instability, which will probably benefit the more kind of centrist forces. So overall, we don't see a major impact on either the European Union agenda or the relation between them and Ukraine and Russia. Obviously, the big elephant in the room macro-wise remains US. Overall macro, we had the positive performance around 1 and something percent. We remain quite cautious on risky assets. We think there's a lot of liquidity from the central banks that may be drying up relatively soon, although the case for interest rate cut is definitely there and probably growing by the day. Big event for us remained US election, lots of volatility, a lot of uncertainty whether Biden is participating or not, whether Trump will be affected by more legal issues from now to the election, and obviously the big question mark for us whether there is going to be a clear-cut result out of that. Overall, macro remains very important for us. We degross a little bit the book on the expectation that there could be more volatility, and we intend to capitalize on it like we did with France. Away from that, on the macro side, I think we had some gains on Ukraine and some markdown on Argentina. Argentina remains positive. I think it's going to be a relatively long journey for Milei and his government, but the direction is the right one, and the pesos and the inflation kind of witness to that. So we remain positive. Ukraine obviously is it's a big political issue between West and East, and we still remain of the idea that the biggest advantage of the confrontation has been captured by either China or US, and I think now there's going to be more chances of a resolution, settlement, and or peace, or some sort of ceasefire, if anything else, which would be very welcome from a humanitarian point of view as well. We'll see what happens, but into the election, there's going to be lots of pressure on that. So that's the positioning. Corporate side, we suffer a little bit on the long on Telecom Italia and the shorts on Tesla. The book remains relatively light with the gross quite a bit on the equity and corporate shorts and long. We maintain some positions subordinated bonds, which we kind of like here as quite strong fundamentally. Thank you very much.